How do you see today shaping up? What's your WEX word of the day?
Yeah, so my word of the day is actually head fake. I squeezed in a hyphen there, but not a head fake in the sense of inflation reversing the way we normally talk about it, but more a head fake with the broadening that we've been talking about over to small caps from large caps and mega cap tech specifically.
All right, so you came on to set us straight. You're calling it as a head fake. We were just talking about the S&P equal weight outperforming the regular S&P earlier. We're talking about all the new 52-week and all-time highs. Is that the head fake you're talking about?
It is. I think a higher for longer message from the Fed backed by a higher PCE reading today probably means that the market goes back to its favorite safe haven trade, which is big tech.
All right, so it sounds like you agree with a Fundstrat note. I'm going to bounce this off of you. Fundstrat out with a note last night saying, in part, the mild consolidation should represent a buying opportunity for a push higher into mid-March before any consolidation sets in. And goes on to say it's very possible that the triple Qs, the NASDAQ 100, could lead the markets higher. Agree or disagree with this note from Fundstrat?
I agree. I think that mainly the fortress balance sheets that these companies have, right? I'm talking Microsoft and Amazon and Google and others that they compete against. They have tens of billions of dollars sitting in cash that they can deploy to continue to innovate and grow their businesses, irrespective of how long it takes the Fed to finally start to cut rates. And so smaller companies that are impacted by those rates and are needing those rate cuts, the longer we hold off and the longer we stay elevated, it only starts to hurt them more and more. So I think, it feels good to say that the market is broadening a little bit, but more than likely, we're going back in that direction.
There you go. Oh, just in full disclosure, by the way, Fundstrat, Tom Lee specifically, also calling for small caps to rally 50% this year. I know you're not a big fan of small caps, especially in the higher for longer environment. I want to get to your pick for us. It's the CIBR ETF. It's a cybersecurity ETF. Normally you come with single stock picks. Why ETF in this case?
Yeah, so I think last week we got Palo Alto all of a sudden fell off a cliff, and I thought that move was a little bit absurd. But what's happening now is consolidation will start to take effect inside the cybersecurity sector specifically. So rather than having to perfectly call the right name at the right time, I think buying the ETF and owning the basket is probably the safer approach right now.